Hi friends, MD Vegan. Yeah, music is so inspirational. Yeah, to me. Today I make a breakfast with chia seeds, chia pudding. That's a classic. And to me it's fun. I have some classic variations. For example, chia pudding here I make. And I can change small things. For example, I can change the plant milk. I soak the chia in. Here I have 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. These are black chia seed mostly, as you can see. There is a white chia seed too. I found that it's a little bit more expensive, but when I looked it up, the black one is actually richer in nutrients. Chia seeds is very famous for the omega-3 fatty acids. That is the fat we need every day. And you get 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and you got it. And it's really good. There's a lot of antioxidants also in chia seeds that isn't strong enough to bring pain down, to relieve us from pain if you have a pain, for example. So chia seeds is very valuable. Zinc is in there, copper, iron, calcium, so many wonderful nutrients, protein, all 9 essential amino acids. That means all kinds of protein you need is in chia seeds. So it's valuable beyond. It's a wonderful food, and it's recommended every day to have 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, either on flax seeds or even better. Flax seeds even better than chia seeds, I have to admit. Studies say, because some difference there, but it's both great. And hemp seeds also, also very good for omega-3 fatty acids. And you can have walnuts also every day instead of that, But we need some omega-3. Also algae. Algae also is a good source. But the chia pudding is a wonderful thing to make a breakfast. It's so easy, and one way to make it is with plant milk, with cashews and dates. That's what I like today. There are many ways, but here I have a cup of cashews and 9. I counted 9 dates. These are medium-sized dates. Don't know what kind of dates you have, but I like it pretty sweet. Especially because the chia seed is said to be neutral in flavor, but actually it has a little flavor. All these omega-3 fatty acid seeds, all they have a strong savory tendency, and they don't like lemony flavors. I think they can turn a little bitter. There is a flavor in the chia seeds, and that's why I like it with the date. And also, what with date is very nice is cardamom. Yeah, I have a little sample here what cardamom pods look like. Originally, they are the whole pods here. Yeah, and inside the pods they have these seeds. You see the little brown balls here, the seeds. And if you ground the seeds, you have this powder. I ground it myself because you can also have the powder. Yeah, you can buy the powder already ground, and that's okay. Yeah, that's nice. I like to grind it myself because then it tastes a little bit fresher. And it keeps a little longer. Yeah, if I have the whole pods, I can get a big package of pods, and it keeps for some time. Whereas the powder tastes a little bit less after a while. So whatever you have, it works either way. And cardamom is nice for many sweets, desserts, for puddings and so. In India they love it. And you can also put it in coffee or tea. That's also very, very common in Arab countries, because it calms the stomach, the nerves, the intestines, and the digestion. Is very calming and good for the body, and that's of course good. And it tastes nice. It has a strong flavor, really interesting, nice. I like it. It has a nice smell. It fits to coffee. It's really nice. It's so strong. Both are strong. But cardamom is very nice, really. You don't need much, just a small amount, as you have seen, not even a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. It's a quarter of a teaspoon maybe, but it's up to you. So I would put a cup of water in there. So a cup of water is what I would recommend for 4 tablespoons chia seed, because when you want to soak it, show you a moment, You want to soak it with a certain amount of liquid. So 1 cup of milk, yeah, and 4 tablespoons of chia seed. When you soak that overnight, for example, then you have a nice pudding. If you have too little, only 1 or 2 tablespoons, then you still have a chia, maybe cream. Yeah, you have these little, I show you in a moment, but you need a little bit more to get a nice pudding. Show you. But first now I make my milk. Blender dance. I like to blend it a little bit longer when I soak my chia seeds in it, because then it turns a little bit, it gets warmer, and I blend it longer, just so that I feel a little bit warm. And then it soaks faster. So to soak it, you need at least 15 minutes, I would say. That's the least you can do. But let me taste it first, if everything is okay. It has a wonderful texture, it's creamy, that's what I like. I'll show you in a moment. A lot of cardamom in there. It's a perfect flavor. Sweet and cardamom, ideal. And then the creamy flavor of the cashews, really wonderful. So this is my chia seed milk, and here is a glass, a container. That's what I use, for example, these kind of containers to make the chia pudding. And I'm going to show you now. Blend one more time, because the nuts like it a second blending, just to make the little bit, they soak fast. Or one more blending. It makes a small difference, yeah. Not much, but I can already see it. It's nice. Second blending is a good trick. Just want to show you. Here, and this is what it looks like when I pour it into the container. You see? Whoops, that's a cup, about a cup. Yeah, a little bit more with the nuts in it, and so that doesn't really matter. See, it's runny. It's a creamy milk. It's a nice texture for a chia pudding. And now I put the chia seeds right on top. See? 4 tablespoons, 1 cup. Lid on top. And now just shake. And the chia seeds, they need really be shaken a little bit, because then they are all like this here in the pudding, in the milk, you see. And that takes now 15 minutes until it is a pudding. And I did that here yesterday. The same cardamom, dates and cashews and water, and I already put it overnight in the refrigerator. So it's for you to see that, what it looks like. When I've opened it, and you see the ready pudding. That's what it looks like. The same amount, cup, and you see, this is a pudding. It's firm now. See? And that's a nice thing. When you soak it overnight, it's a little bit nicer than after 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, it almost looks like that, but after a whole night, it's even nicer. But 15 minutes is okay. If you want to eat it right away, no problem. Now, I put it into a glass here, and I serve it to myself. I show you what it looks like when you can imagine a little better what I show you the texture from close a little bit. You see, this is what it looks like. You see, it's like a pudding. That's what's called chia pudding. This is the texture we want. You see the little balls in here, the chia seeds, they have soaked now. It's a pure goodness for a wonderful breakfast. Or dessert also. You can also have that in Asian restaurants. I always tell that because they have these wonderful recipes with coconut milk oftentimes. That's the classic for the Asian restaurants in Asia. Here, see, that's a glass here. And the rest on top, oftentimes they put fruit on top or jam or something, what you like. I take strawberries and kiwis today. You see, I have some strawberries. They have been frozen and thawed with these containers. That's easy. A hot water bath, a little top, and some kiwis. Because I found kiwis and strawberries are a perfect pairing. Kiwis are not so easy to combine. They have this enzyme that can digest protein. So it's very healthy. Yeah? And it has a little tendency to be sour, the flavor of the kiwi. It can bite. Yeah? You don't taste it all the time, but especially if you combine it with oranges, for example, or other citrus fruit, it can be really too sour all of a sudden. But with strawberries, it's a perfect combination. Yeah. So kiwi goes with many fruit and fruit salads, but I just say it can be a little bit challenging to combine it. Today, I put the strawberries, one of my favorite combinations. It's also one of the things that are basic in my kitchen, a combination of strawberries and kiwis. Yeah. That is something I play with. For example, here, I never made a chia pudding with strawberries and kiwis on top. That's the first today. It's a small change only, yeah? But it is fun, and I will see what it works like. And when I make a little strawberry jam with some date mousse. It's a very simple trick to make a jam with fruit. You cut the fruit in small pieces and have a date mousse. Date mousse, you make that with dates blended with a small amount of water, and then you have this creamy date mousse. It's like a sweetener. You can put in everything. It's my favorite sweetener, date. And date mousse is easy to make and easy to store, just for a week or so. I wouldn't store it longer, not much longer. And you can be lucky and it keeps longer. You can also be less lucky and it turns sour. So about a week, I would say, with a date mousse in a sealed container in the refrigerator, no problem. But just be careful you don't over-store it, because when it's sour, you lose the dates, and that's not so nice. That's why I only make a small amount of date mousse. Now, how to make it, I have even a video for that, because such a basic recipe. You see that in a video that is linked under this video, what you're watching right now. You find a link to the date mousse video where I make date mousse. It's easy. I tell a little bit about the dates. It's a miracle food, by the way. It's very healthy. It's high in sugar, but it's super healthy anyway, so it's interesting. And I show you a little bit about the dates in that video. You can watch it if you like. But to make the date mousse, that's very easy. Just blend the dates with a little bit of water. That's all you need to know. So here, I combine now. I stir a little bit, the strawberries. And I like especially the frozen fruit. They are very inexpensive. I put them in the freezer from the store. And then I can, when I thaw them a little bit, they lose juice. They release the juice. And the juice then is so nice to make a jam, you know. You just put the date mousse and this is what you have. This is almost a jam already. I would call it a jam. It's not really a jam. But if you now go ahead with a fork and mash here the strawberries, you have a jam. Almost. Almost, yeah, almost a jam. Yeah, it's a jam. I would say it's a jam. So what I do now, I make a little layer, a second layer with strawberries directly on the chia seed pudding. Strawberries and dates, date mousse, yeah. It's also nice to use date mousse for these kind of fruit, because if you have, especially if you have a frozen fruit, and sometimes, and now I put the kiwi on top, yeah, just kiwis on the strawberries, just to have a nicer look. You could also combine it with the strawberries, but I can also do that later when I eat it. It's as you like. I want to see these beautiful colors. So I thought I will not combine them right directly, only later when I eat it. And this is all I have to do now. They may create a wonderful new breakfast for me. Isn't that beautiful? And it's super healthy. It's really, the other day, I don't eat chia all the time. Sometimes I have other things to do, other things to eat. I work on other projects in the kitchen. I make a new recipe every day. And then I have some salads, some dressings to try, and I go for some days or weeks. I forget about the chia seed, but recently I ate another chia pudding, and I felt it immediately. I ate the chia pudding, and right away I felt like relaxation while I was eating it. And then I thought, what's that? And I think this is about the nutrients. There was something in the cheese that I was lacking, and the moment I ate it, my body relaxed almost already, and I felt so much better. So it has an instant effect. We really need it every day. Some kind of omega-3 fatty acids, and the other nutrients there are very healthy too. So that goes in the refrigerator here. You see, it's not yet soaked, but it's beginning already to thicken up a little bit. I can eat that too soon. Yeah, there's no doubt. But in the refrigerator, it is a little bit better soaked, because you want to absorb all the nutrients in the chia seed. Yeah, if you put the chia seeds dry, without soaking, on a muesli, for example, and you eat that muesli without soaking the chia seeds, there are studies, scientific studies, that show that you do not absorb the nutrients in the chia seeds. They just pass through the body, and you have no effect. So something we need to do with the chia seeds, either soaking, or even better maybe, just blending it. The other day I made recipes, blended chia seed, but I love these little balls here, these little dots. Yeah, when they soak, they have this beautiful shape here. And I would like to eat these. The chia pudding is so much fun to eat. That's why sometimes I blend it. Yeah, blend all the chia seeds to make it to absorb it easily. But sometimes I take time and make these wonderful, beautiful little balls. They're so much fun. So either way, yeah. But I just say sprinkling it on top of a dessert or a breakfast is not the best idea if you think about nutrition, because that might go through the body right away, and you don't have the benefits. That's what I read in studies. Dr. Greger is also always the best there. He has a lot of studies that he goes through. They say, a big team, they say they read all the studies published in English. Big team, meanwhile, you can all have that for free. You can watch the videos where he has extracts from these studies and gives us the essence, what he considers most important. And he's really a reliable source. And he said that, yeah, in these videos about chia seed and flaxseed, and so he said, yeah, you have to grind it, yeah, the chia seeds. He didn't speak about soaking, but I guess soaking would also be nice. But we have to wait until the study comes before we know it, for sure. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Enjoy your chia pudding. Give me your ideas. There are so many endless ways to make it. And if you like my video, subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.